Godzilla defeat the Titan Hunter? But also, what the hell is the Titan Hunter? I have to watch this Goji Center video so bad, dude. I'm like out of the loop. Sounds freaking awesome though. Leave a like, subscribe to Goji Center, and let's get it going.
What you're looking at right now is not something out of Pacific Rim. This monstrosity right here came straight off the Monsterverse. A mechanical weapon built for one thing: killing Titans.
What?
That's right. Today on Goji Center, we're going to give a full breakdown on this monster-killing machine, its backstory, and determine whether or not this thing could stand up against Godzilla.
This is from the new comic, isn't it? I didn't read the new comic. I was being lazy. I was hoping it didn't like play a big part in the Monsterverse. Damn it. It totally is. It's gotta be.
To start off, let's provide a little bit of context. This titanic mech was featured in the most recent Monsterverse graphic novel, Godzilla Kong the Hunted.
Damn
Built
it.
by a construction company, RM Construction, whose CEO Raymond Martin had an obsession over hunting big game. More specifically, megafauna, and now Titans. To be fair, it was the female Muto who was mistakenly portrayed as the Queen Muto who killed his family during G-Day back in 2014. His desire for revenge and hatred towards the Titans led him to become the sadistic, cold-blooded Titan hunter he turned into 10 years later.
Damn, bro.
We'll get to the giant robot soon. In the book, we are introduced to a private island housing a building that acts as a sort of trophy room where he keeps preserved corpses of megafauna he has hunted in Skull Island.
What the hell?
We'd like to think this man had agreements with top Monarch personnel that gave him under-the-table access to these locations that were off limits to the public. This way, this guy was able to hunt down and kill creatures like magma turtles, death jackals, mother longlegs, scur buffaloes, etc.
This was everyone's worst fear with the Skull Island thing being like leaked out to the public as people wanting to hunt them and like collect their bodies, and it was happening. Oh my god.
But now, as humanity started to find ways to safely travel down into the Hollow Earth, this guy and his company also kept up, providing Monarch with a good contractor to build an infrastructure in the Hollow Earth and almost negotiating himself away into having his own personal undisclosed Hollow Earth entry point. And down here, setting up traps to hunt down and capture big game.
This is
As
such an
seen
issue.
Here, this new creature we are introduced to is known as the Spine Prowler, a feline-like creature that is referred to as a Titan, but not up to the caliber of some of the bigger ones like Godzilla and Rodan.
Holy hell.
These Spine Prowlers are probably at the level of the Murderfish and the Frostbark from Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
See, I feel like the Frostbark could have been a lot faster if it could actually capture or catch the people he's chasing after. There was no reason all those people could have escaped it, but still, the Spine Prowler looks awesome.
They're big, but not full-on Titan-sized. This Spine Prowler in particular was caught by stepping in a barrage of shock harpoons, putting this Titan in a coma, knocked out long enough to be transported to the surface to serve a very dark purpose.
What?
Yeah, just like the poor Skullcrawler from Godzilla vs. Kong known as Number 10, this Spine Prowler was supposed to act as an opponent for this mech in its first maiden test. That's right, apart from coming up with ingenious ways of hunting down kaiju in Skull Island and Hollow Earth, Raymond Martin spent $500 million developing what he called the Titan Hunter.
It's like the ugly kaiju curse. The Skullcrawler gets it too. Just because they're ugly, it's okay to kill them for sport. You people are monsters.
This really expensive mech was pretty much a colossal mech suit, housing Raymond himself inside a chamber where his limbs would attach to a suit-like apparatus that amplified his movements. Yes, this is as close as the Monsterverse has gotten to Pacific Rim.
This is really stupid. Like not the video, the concept of that mech being is a really unless I don't know. See how it works out. It sounds really stupid.
The Jaegers, however, the Titan Hunter only has to be operated by one pilot. Here on our analysis platform, we have the opportunity to reconstruct this mech for your viewing. Size-wise, this mech is built like a Titan. Thousands of tons of metal went into building this mech, reaching sizes that surpassed the height of many Titans, Mutos, and yes, even Kong himself.
I stand corrected. That thing's freaking huge, dude. It's gonna do something.
We'll see how this plays out in a little bit. Built to be lean and surprisingly agile, this mech would prove to be a formidable opponent even for many types of titans, as we are about to see.
Damn!
This mech's arms are long enough to supply it with enough reach to capture incoming titans at range, and long legs to supply a good range for kicks as well. This thing pretty much resembles what a human would look like fighting a kaiju at similar size. How does this hunter perform against kaijus? Let's find out. The graphic novel also introduces us to a section of this private island that is walled, serving as a sort of arena where kaijus would be placed into to test out the viability of combat of the Titan Hunter.
What?
In this sequence, we find that the Titan Hunter severely outclassed the Spine Prowler, kicking it around and hitting him like a ragdoll. Eventually, after so many hits, this Prowler succumbed to really heavy injuries, killing it in a few moments.
Jesus,
this
dude.
Titan Hunter was combat ready, and now Raymond was confident to bring the Titan Hunter down to face a real test. But there's something really important to note here that we purposely left out until now. After the Titan Hunter dispatched the Spine Prowler, Raymond made mention of this mech's energy outputs. A small dip in energy output was detected upon hitting the Prowler for the first time. This was an issue because since the end game was to kill a big Titan, energy shutdowns would spell doom for this mech and the pilot. The energy required to keep this mech functional was an outstanding amount. So much, in fact, that the energy core of this mech was powerful enough to attract other Titans, and more specifically, someone like Godzilla.
Oh, plot
That's
twist.
right. The creators of this mech knew this, and that is why they would activate decoy energy reactors around the planet, so while they tested this mech, Godzilla would be distracted by another energy output somewhere else, preventing Godzilla from crashing into this secret facility. This would later prove to send both Godzilla and another powerful Titan known as Scylla in an inevitable collision course that would end up wrecking many places around the world.
Can I just say, I'll never forgive Legendary for showing this clip right here, that Chinese trailer. You guys, we were already gonna see the movie. It's just crazy. They're giving away so much, but now at least like we have a reason for Scylla and Godzilla being there, but it's just crazy.
Stay tuned for our episode discussing this rivalry because it gets better. Back to the Titan Hunter. After a successful test, the Titan Hunter was lowered down to the Hollow Earth, where it would experience its first hunting expedition.
How the hell's it gonna get lowered down to the Hollow Earth with helicopters? Oh, the helicopters are on crazy Hollow Earth platform things. Like, how are they gonna wait? What?
Monarch already had bases down here, and this place was already under surveillance. However, RM Construction had already spread enough money around to prevent Monarch from meddling with Raymond's hunting expedition. To illustrate just how powerful this mech was, let's talk about how it was able to dispatch a warbat with a chokehold to the throat in just a few seconds.
Yeah, that's
Note
crazy.
That although this Titan mech doesn't really possess any sharp handheld melee weaponry, this mech does have a very, very strong grip. Powered by hydraulic mechanics, this hand grip is strong enough to grab Titans, and a thinner Titan like a warbat would easily get its neck snapped.
Bro's got that grippy.
This mech continued walking around killing other sorts of megafauna, such as this seemingly oversized Skur Buffalo.
What the
Or we
hell?
may just be seeing the worst scaled image in this entire franchise. It was evident that Raymond was having a field day with the life forms found down here, killing as he went and having, should we say, well-paid personnel transport the kills to the surface for his trophy room.
All this because the kaiju killed his family. Men will do anything but go to therapy.
Things got interesting when he ran into the cubs of a Spine Prowler. As the Titan Hunter leaped in front of the cubs, a particularly large adult female Spine Prowler came to the rescue. Here is where we get introduced to another melee weapon that this mech had. But meanwhile, all the commotion was attracting the attention of Kong.
Good.
And as these guys were bagging up all the corpses, Kong quickly gets a good sense of what these guys are up to, and quickly deals with them.
Woo!
Meanwhile, the mother Spine Prowler, while trying to defend her offspring, gets impaled by one of the two horns of this Titan Hunter. Interestingly, these aren't really made of metal. These probably belong to a really large crustacean-like kaiju killed by Raymond and Co. Mounting these sharp pincers on the head of this mech for this precise reason. Finally, Kong appears in front of the Titan mech. It was for this exact moment that this mech was created, to stand up against a real Titan like Kong. But could this mech actually stand up to a Titan, just like Mechagodzilla
No way,
did
bro.
earlier?
No way.
Actually, it did for a while.
No way.
Immediately after Kong's initial charge, this mech hunter's greater reach allowed it to chokehold Kong, keeping him at bay. At this point, Kong was trapped by this mech's superior hydraulic grip strength, getting thrown very far away. But Kong wasn't beat yet. Kong gets up and kicks down the mech on the floor, and with both fists smashes down on the chest of this mech. Surprisingly, this mech was still operational after such an impact and functional enough to punch Kong in the face once again. But it takes more than a punch to bring down the king of Hollow Earth,
I'm so into this.
in return slams the mech close to a nearby precipice. Defeated and at the mercy of Kong's hold, Raymond still found some time to trash talk before Kong released the hold, making him and the Titan Hunter fall and be destroyed.
Nice.
Defenseless and without an operational mech, Raymond fell prey to the small cubs he intended to kill earlier. So the real—
Good God, man, look at those cubs. That's insane. That's worthy of a rewind right there. Just compared to the size of a man, those are the most horrifying dogs I've ever seen in my— I guess they're more cats. They're terrifying, bro. The not having lips is the most gnarliest thing I've ever seen. And that's how big cubs are. Oh my God, he's gonna get pulled apart.
cubs he intended to kill
Crazy,
earlier.
bro.
So the real question, was this Titan Hunter enough to square up against some of the higher tier Titans like Godzilla?
Well, that's the thing. It's like Kong brawls, but Godzilla's atomic breath will always be— nothing will ever— it's like a giant lightsaber.
The simple answer, absolutely not. Apart from not having sufficient firepower and enough weight to withstand a head-on charge from an angry lizard, the creators of this mech and Raymond himself knew that they weren't ready for that kind of fight, which is why they consistently set off energy beacons around the world to distract Godzilla in the first place. The Titan Hunter certainly did some damage to the Hollow Earth Titan population, and have we seen the end of humanity's attempt of regaining the top rank of the planet's food chain?
No way, dude. That's like the whole plot of Godzilla. Like humans testing nature, then nature correcting humans.
Probably not.
I paused it too early. I should have let him say probably not. I thought there was a lot more coming. This video was sick. I can't believe I skipped that comic. I didn't think it because like I've read so many of the comics and sometimes they aren't that special, but I should have known this one would have been a cool one. Damn it. This was a freaking awesome video though, the Titan Hunter. It's a big goofy machine. It was always gonna die no matter what. Like it's just a big metal humanoid thing. You can't like push nature. That's again the whole plot. Can't believe it killed a wombat though by just choking it out. Even Kong couldn't really do that. That's crazy. But either way, leave a like, subscribe to Goji Center, and I'll see you next time.